In the dusty village of Ezimora, there lived an orphan girl named Nkem. After losing her parents during a mysterious sickness, she was raised by her blind grandmother in a tiny hut at the edge of the village cemetery. People feared their home, not because of the grandmother, but because strange things happened around Nkem. Whenever she walked past, candles went out. Dogs barked endlessly at empty corners, and sometimes villagers swore her shadow moved a second later than her body. From childhood, Nkem had one terrifying gift. She could see shadows that did not belong to the living. At first, she thought everyone could see them too, dark figures standing silently behind people, whispering softly at night. But when she told her grandmother, the old woman became frightened. "You must never answer them," her grandmother warned. "Once a shadow knows you can hear it, it will never leave you alone." Nkem tried ignoring them, but the older she grew, the louder the shadows became. Some begged for help. Some cried endlessly, others simply watched her from dark corners with glowing eyes. Yet among all the spirits following her, one shadow terrified her the most, a tall figure with no face. Every night it stood outside her hut, staring at her silently. And every year it came closer. The villagers soon noticed strange things about Nkem. People who bullied her became mysteriously ill. A thief who stole from her grandmother disappeared overnight, and one elder died of shock after claiming he saw dead relatives standing behind Nkem during an argument. Fear spread quickly. "She is cursed," the villagers whispered. "She walks with death." As Nkem grew into a beautiful young woman, nobody dared marry her. No man even looked directly into her eyes for too long, except for one person, a brave young hunter named Obasi. Unlike everyone else, Obasi was fascinated by her quietness. He believed the villagers were simply cruel and superstitious. Slowly, he broke through the walls around her heart. For the first time in years, Nkem felt normal, safe, loved, but the shadows hated it. The faceless figure began appearing everywhere, behind trees, inside mirrors, standing silently outside Obasi's house at night. Then the whispers started. "Leave him. He cannot belong to the living and the dead." One night, Nkem finally told Obasi the truth about the spirits following her, but instead of fear, he held her hands gently. "Whatever follows you," he promised, "I will face it beside you." That same night, the faceless shadow entered Nkem's dreams for the first time. In the dream, it spoke with a deep, hollow voice. "She was promised to us at birth." Nkem woke up screaming. Her grandmother finally confessed the truth she had hidden for years. When Nkem was born, she died for 7 minutes before taking her first breath again. During those 7 minutes, her soul crossed into the world of shadows, and something there followed her back. She was never fully returned to the human world, the grandmother whispered tearfully. The shadows had watched over Nkem ever since, waiting patiently for the day she would return to them completely. But now that she had fallen in love, the spirits became angry, because love tied her more strongly to the living world. Days before Nkem and Obasi's wedding, terrifying things began happening. The village shadows started moving unnaturally, even during daylight. People heard whispering beneath their beds. Children woke up screaming about a faceless man standing in their rooms. Then villagers began disappearing after sunset. Only their shadows remained burned onto walls and floors like dark stains. Panic consumed Ezimora. The villagers blamed Nkem immediately. They demanded she leave the village forever. Heartbroken, Nkem prepared to run away with Obasi, but on the night they planned to escape, darkness swallowed the entire village unnaturally. No moon, no stars, no sound. Then the faceless shadow finally appeared before her physically, tall, endless. Its voice echoed from everywhere at once. "You belong with us." Suddenly, hundreds of shadows rose from the ground around the village like living smoke. Obasi grabbed Nkem's hand tightly as the spirits closed in, but the faceless entity stretched out its hand toward her, and slowly, Nkem's own shadow began pulling away from her feet. Just as Nkem found the courage to face the faceless shadow, it spoke words that chilled her to the bone. "You were promised to us." What did it mean, and what dark secret had been hidden from her all these years? Find out in part 2.